is a EdTech AI-powered question simulator, and the purpose of our product is training teachers for the classroom and students to be teachers. So we're going to give you a we're going to give you a live demo, and that's going to be the bulk of our presentation. But essentially, what we've built here is something that you can speak to, and we're doing speech to text, and then giving the user the option to click a button and get a question that is tailored with a prompt from our LLM to then give that user the option to, initially in our version 1, a question that they can then answer, and our version 2, which we didn't have time to build this weekend, would provide feedback. Version 3 would be feedback plus tracking to see how teachers perform over time. And then this also helps students to teach other students if you're the kind of person that learns best while teaching. So let's dive into a live demo.
Hey, what's the name of the team?
Good question. Teacher AI.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. So our demo, we start off with a landing page, and you'll be asked whether you're a student or an educator. For our demo today, we'll be doing an educator, and then as well as some custom demos. When you select educator, you'll be prompted for the grade level and the subject you would like to practice against. There's for now, there will be a limited set of subjects and categories to make sure it's properly tested for these categories. But upon more testing, we'll make sure that more categories make sure they work. When we did that, what you'll do is the data gets inserted into this prompt up here. And so this prompts our large language model to ask questions based off of the option selected. This top part here would eventually be hidden to the user. I would maybe be put in an advanced pane, because this is where you can actually edit what the AI will respond with. If you want to click Ask Tutor AI, that'll generate the set of questions.
So here, we're just going to elaborate on how we can ask questions to the AI as well, and how our speech to text model works. So basically, yeah, can you explain how you teach social science from the 1950s to the classroom? So then once the prompt comes out, we go ahead and ask to AI, and these would be like 2 questions so if you look at the initial prompt, this is a teacher asking questions to the classroom. So, and the professor needs to answer these questions that come up from the student. So this is from the perspective of a college junior level. There's something else that if you're a student can do. So I'm just going to run this really quick, and I'm just going to run you through it. So
when you're setting that, I can just say, so the speech allows the educator to put in as much or as little context as they want. In this case, we put in more context as to what the classroom is talking about. Basically, this tutor AI would then provide maybe questions a student would ask. Like, this is a simulation of, say, a student. They're asking us questions. Upon further, basically, recording, all of the recording gets appended onto the questions as one big buffer. The most recent information is kept. Older information is condensed, so as to not make the memory requirements too high. All of that would lead to basically a feed-forward conversation, so the teacher and educator can continue interacting with our AI student.
So there will be like 2 different scenarios I'm putting up right now. So right now, if you look at the prompt, it's about interviewing a candidate or a student on software development. So if the AI processes an interviewer, and then whatever the candidate answers, so based on my answer, we are asking the AI to provide further questions. So I can give a demo answer. Java is a very popular programming language. It is quite robust and it's widely used for application development, especially among web applications and mobile applications in the Android sector. It follows the object-oriented model. So once we ask the AI, once the AI hears what the candidate says, and we ask tutor AI, so the question comes up. So this is a simple question that can come up while you're in an interview. So this is also something that students can use for prep. Another way that we can basically use this would be to, again, basically a student can directly just go in, directly ask the AI, teach me cyber awareness and how to avoid phishing links. So once we ask the AI, we will come up with responses that would be ideal. We would want to make it a little more interesting and interactive, but because of the limited time we had, so we were all like, we were limited to this interface, but yeah, we were coming up with a better interface and better with UI and UX.
Yeah, and essentially that element of having the pre-prepared prompt is what is the real value add, and having that pre-engineered so that students can really get a tailored experience instead of a long answer like you saw when it was a blank prompt. That custom solution can then be expanded to a wide use case.
Yeah. So using our AI, you can also do some role-playing questions. For example, you can do some parent-teacher conference. If your parents are really scared to do a teacher conference, you can practice over there. Teachers can also do some role-playing resolving for student conflict resolutions. There are other ways: emergency preparedness, professional communication. You can do everything with our teacher AI. So this is like a persona we have created, Jessica. This is like she's a possible teacher who's in the final year at her university, and she doesn't have any experience in the classroom setting. So how our AI can help her? So using our AI, she can practice for applying for jobs, applying for interviews. Also, if she wants to be a teacher, she can also practice how to work in a classroom.
This is Erin, and she's the persona. She's the student. So about the user, she she's given an opportunity to I guess explain concepts to others, and this will help her gain her knowledge and deepen her understanding. So basically, she's 15 years old. She is the student. She lives in Chicago, and she's in 10th grade. So there's a problem that she's super shy, and she isn't her most confident when teaching or learning or asking questions. And with AI, we're trying to help her basically give feedback and kind of an interview and a mock interview, kind of give feedback and I guess kind of prepare her to be more confident for anything that comes up in class. And then a few challenges, she learns best when she's teaching others, but I guess not when she's asked stuff. And she needs to be asked questions to access her knowledge. So she won't ask the question first. She needs to be asked the question. And basically goals here. Ooh.
That's fine.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna have to.
Okay, yeah. For students, this platform tailors towards their unique experiences and strengths. It can be for anything, even if I'm presenting right now and I'm nervous, I can ask it, I can practice there. It's going to give me questions that I can practice with, and it's very useful for that.
Yeah, I think we're
All right, let's move on to questions real quick.